much of the news media has become a coliseum where ambitious journalists decide who is to be thrown to the lions today. And most of the journalists involved love it. If we can't bring somebody down, destroy his or her reputation, leave blood all over the floor, then journalism's no fun anymore. Gigi and I get no pleasure from criticizing colleagues. But when the watchdog becomes an attack dog, one way or another, he's going to be defanged. There's a lot of self-righteousness in our business as we condone things that we're doing ourselves, for which we condemn our lawmakers. We ignore the vulnerability of the opinion makers. I once dared purposely to insist that publicly every journalist should announce his stock portfolio and report any other investments or affiliations which might relate to subjects which he might write. From the editor of a powerful publication, I received a scathing denunciation. How dare I suggest that any of us might be corruptible? Well, it was not much later that a Wall Street Journal writer was caught profiting from stocks that he promoted, and journalist Izzy Stone was exposed as a paid agent for the KGB. In the present president-picking process, media bias is so flagrantly lopsided that it's not even being refuted anymore. 25 years ago, Billy Graham and I scheduled a golf outing at the Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia. With our wives, we enjoyed a few days of time out, late nights exchanging views on everything, and it was during that holiday that I stumbled over a news story of much significance. I did not discuss it with Billy. I did not discuss it with Truman Wright, who managed the Greenbrier. I did not mention it to anybody until tonight. Now, what kind of newsman would sit on a page one story for 25 years? Most of us are privy to more information than we can share. But what I had learned was that a hideout had been dug underneath that elegant hotel, a sprawling underground complex of concrete and steel with rooms adequate to shelter our president and his cabinet and all of the members of Congress in the event of an atomic attack. Even the people of the town who had helped with the excavation and the building were told nothing. They could speculate, but there was no way for them to confirm their speculation. I did. And you bet it was tempting to run to you with the news. I had thoroughly enjoyed announcing the impending birth of the first son of the Queen within 2 months of conception. Medical contacts in London were quite reliable, and surely no harm could result from that premature announcement. I'd had great fun exposing lax security in one of our nation's quasi-military installations, but this was different. Disclosure of our government's secret hiding place could not improve and might well jeopardize our country's security. Now, tonight, with the end of the Cold War and with alternative hiding places for official Washington, we've seen the Washington Post and the Washington Times decide that the world can safely know about the now obsolete bunker under the hills of West Virginia, and about the underground Pentagon north of Camp David, and about our aerospace installation near Colorado Springs. Accepting that professional ethics are subject to individual sensitivities, would you, Paul Harvey, have been first to announce that Arthur Ashe had AIDS? No. Paul Harvey, had you been first to learn that Billy Graham suffered Parkinson's disease, would you have mentioned it? I was first, and I did not mention it. In my judgment, an inexcusable invasion of privacy. Now, I am aware that if we hold back on release of such information, I may be the only one holding back, and I do agree that personal information about public officials may merit ventilation, but where public policy is not involved and national security is not compromised. Let me give you another for instance. Would I be first to reveal that Princess Di once tried suicide? Why?